since Jake had kind of gotten that first start under his belt, that he was a little more confident, a little more crisp. Have you kind of seen those same things?
Yeah, I'd say so. He's gotten more just in the groove of what he's got to do to win a ball game at the starting quarterback. I'd for sure say he's gotten just that feeling that what he's got to do to get it done. He's just got to.
What does that mean? Does that mean managing the offense, or when he's actually looking at the field to make passes?
I think it's both. I think he does a great job of making good plays, but at the same time, he's going to manage the offense real well and do what Coach Chaney wants him to do out there. So.
How's the coaching staff challenged you guys for an FCS opponent this week in terms of, obviously the goal is to win every week, but any other goals particular that they're kind of preaching?
This week is really focusing on getting better at our special teams. We've been really focused on that this week, but at the same time, it's the same week in, week out. I've always wanted to just dominate the opponent. So.
Charlie, what have y'all seen from DeAndre Swift in terms of blocking? Running this was primarily the blocker. What are y'all seeing from him?
From DeAndre, he's been doing super good at practice. He had that one big run at Notre Dame, but at the same time, he's a great blocker. So we're just I know Coach Chaney's gonna utilize him in the best ways possible. So.
What does that say about a freshman that is wanting to come in and be used, primarily as a blocker, not trying to get the ball on everybody, you're willing to come in and just be a blocker?
I think it's awesome. I think it's super unselfish of him, to come in and fill a role to get on the field. He just wants to play, and that's how he has to play, by blocking. And he's going to do that. So it's very unselfish of him.
How amazed were you with Terry Godwin's catch tonight? I mean, you saw it live. What was your initial reaction on all that?
Pretty crazy. I was sitting there and I saw him just go up. I wasn't sure if he caught it quite at first, but I saw that replay and I was like, it reminded me of the Chris Conley catch a couple years ago when he one-handed it, but it was an awesome catch.
Javon was saying, I guess after practice the other day, they all try to simulate the catch, and I think it took like 10 times before somebody came down. With tight ends didn't want to get in on that little thing.
We were not associated with that.
Not associated with that? Y'all didn't want to get in on that?
No, we didn't know about it.
Terry's a guy that's known for having pretty good hands. I mean, how often does he make really good catches in practice like that, or in that same neighborhood in terms of?
So that's the thing I've seen since I got here last year. Man, Terry's been making some outstanding plays, whether it be in the summer or during practice. He's been making these grabs that no one else can make. So I think it was just only a matter of time before he made a play like that at Notre Dame. So I was surprised to see it, but at the same time, it's like I've seen him make a lot of those. So it was awesome to see it happen in the game.
Anything close to what he did though with practice over the summer though, than what he did the other day?
I couldn't remember. I don't think he's had anything quite like that, but he's had some good ones out during practice.
You guys concerned at all about the penalties?
Yeah, that's been a focus too this week. I think we're one of the leading penalties in the SEC, but I think it's not a huge deal yet, because it's only 2 games in. It's an easy thing, not an easy thing, but it's good to catch it now and fix that in the beginning of the season. So that definitely is a concern of ours.
It's probably kind of difficult to answer, but what goes into fixing something like that? I mean, it's not like all of those penalties were just like, you guys losing, your cool out there. I mean, there's more to it than that. How do you fix so many different infractions like that?
Well, what they do during practice is we got our own refs, and they'll call the penalties. And I think sometimes Coach Smart tells them to call penalty even when it's kind of not. So I don't know. We kind of get punished for it after practice. We got to run a little bit. So there's you just got to run if you have a penalty during practice. So if you have a penalty during the game, you just kind of thinking about it. So.
Is it pretty obvious when they throw a flag on something and maybe not really a penalty?
I don't know. I just like to kind of joke about that. But I think in all honesty, they call some. They try to make it as real as possible at practice. So.
They got
particular you expect to see from Sanford's defense this week?
Nothing in particular. Just they got a real good DN that we got to contain, number 99, and but other than that, I think they got a good solid defense though. So
they got Lorenzo Carter playing some star in practices. You line up in the slot. You ever go up against him? And what's it like to go up against him?
Oh yeah, we did. Us tight ends, they want to put us, the bigger tight ends, on blocking those guys during practice. So, and it's definitely tough to block Lorenzo and Davin because they both got such long reaches and everything. They're both super strong. So you just really have to inside of him and try to do the best you can to block him.
Charles, so in terms of Greg being a true freshman, kind of getting settled in here, how can you guys as offensive playmakers kind of help his passing game as a whole?
I think if we, all the tight ends, running backs, receivers, we got to do our jobs, and the line, we got to do our jobs to help him and take pressure off him, and play the best that we can to make him feel like he doesn't have to do, more than he has to do. You know what I mean? And just we just got to be 100% on what we do to help him out.
So do you feel like he's had any pressure on him, or do you feel like he's been confident?
I think he's definitely had pressure, but I think he's definitely been confident at the same time. He knows, he's got good players around him who are going to try their best to help him out and everything. So it's both. He's